everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been making headlines recently, the new outbreak of Human Metapneumovirus, or HMPV, in China. This virus is raising concerns due to its rapid spread and the strain it's putting on healthcare systems. But don't worry, I'm here to break it all down for you. We'll cover what HMPV is, what it causes, how it spreads, and most importantly, how to prevent and treat it. Let's jump right in. Human Metapneumovirus, or HMPV for short, is a respiratory virus that was first identified back in 2001. Despite being relatively new to science, it's actually been circulating among humans for decades. This virus is part of the Pneumoviridae family, which also includes the well-known respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV. Think of HMPV as a cousin of RSV, with symptoms and impacts that overlap in many ways. It's not an entirely new virus, but its recent surge in northern China has put it in the spotlight. Since December 2024, HMPV cases have been climbing significantly, coinciding with the winter season, a time when respiratory viruses typically thrive. Now let's talk symptoms. HMPV infections can range from mild to severe, and they usually resemble the common cold or other respiratory illnesses. Here's what you might experience if you contract the virus. A persistent cough, runny or stuffy nose, fever, sore throat, wheezing, shortness of breath. For most people, these symptoms are mild and resolve within 7 to 10 days. However, there are certain groups that are at a higher risk of severe illness. These include young children, especially infants, older adults, particularly those over 65, people with compromised immune systems, individuals with underlying health conditions like asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. In severe cases, HMPV can lead to complications like bronchitis or even pneumonia, which may require hospitalization. So how does this virus spread? HMPV is transmitted through contact with respiratory secretions. That means it can spread via droplets when an infected person coughs or sneezes, through aerosols in the air, or by touching contaminated surfaces and then touching your face, especially your mouth, nose, or eyes. This mode of transmission is very similar to other respiratory viruses, including the flu and COVID-19, which is why you'll notice that many prevention strategies overlap. Speaking of prevention, let's get into what you can do to protect yourself and your loved ones. Currently, there's no vaccine available for HMPV, so prevention focuses on reducing exposure to the virus. Here are some essential tips. Wash your hands. This might sound basic, but it's one of the most effective ways to reduce your risk. Use soap and water and wash for at least 20 seconds. Avoid close contact. If you're around someone who's sick, try to maintain some distance. And if you're the one feeling unwell, do your part by staying home. Wear a mask. In crowded or high-risk settings, wearing a mask can add an extra layer of protection. Cover coughs and sneezes. Use a tissue or your elbow to prevent spreading droplets. Clean and disinfect surfaces. Don't forget high-touch surfaces like doorknobs, phones, and countertops. These steps might feel familiar because they've been our go-to measures during the pandemic. But guess what? They work for HMPV too. So what if you do catch HMPV? While there's no specific antiviral treatment for this virus, most cases can be managed at home with supportive care. Here's what you should do. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of fluids. Get lots of rest to help your body recover. Over-the-counter medications like acetaminophen or ibuprofen can help reduce fever and relieve discomfort. However, if your symptoms worsen or you're in a high-risk group, seek medical attention immediately. In severe cases, doctors may provide oxygen therapy or other supportive treatments to manage the illness. Remember, early intervention can make a big difference, especially for vulnerable populations. Now, let's circle back to what's happening in China. Hospitals in northern regions have reported a significant increase in HMPV cases. This surge is happening alongside other seasonal respiratory infections, creating a perfect storm for healthcare systems. The good news? Health experts emphasize that HMPV isn't new, and while the current outbreak is concerning, it's manageable with the right precautions and treatments. Public health officials are working to monitor the situation and minimize its impact. So to wrap things up, HMPV is a respiratory virus that's been around for a while, but it's recently seen a spike in cases in China. Most people will experience mild symptoms, but for some it can lead to serious complications. By taking simple preventive measures and seeking medical care when needed, we can all do our part to stay healthy and keep those around us safe. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from knowing about HMPV. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on health and wellness. Stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.